Hey everyone, it's Cincinnati Man. I'm here with my homie Bad Habits.
What's up, y'all?
This is a special presentation by him, so I'm gonna let him go ahead and take it away.
Woo, thank you for joining us. We're finally getting into this damn Batman versus Superman review. What'd it take, like 3 months?
Hey, I had to remind you. After you reminded me.
We were supposed to do this before The Flash or after The Flash, but better late than never. Matter of fact, we're supposed to do this 6 years ago on a former show of yours. Yeah? All right. Anyway, this movie is really special to me. Just me. I'm assuming based on this motherfucker's reaction.
No, you know what? It was special. It's special because nobody had ever seen them on screen together in the movies.
Yes. Iconic.
It's special because everybody was trying to figure out how would this work. Because it's not a technically it's not a sequel, but it is a sequel to Man of Steel 2.
Yep.
Man of Steel, the first Zack Snyder universe movies with Henry Cavill as Superman.
I got words for that.
The movie came out in 2016.
Yep.
2016.
Early 2016, right before Civil War. So, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, they're oddly reflective of each other, and it makes you wonder if, like, there's whispers in Hollywood, they're doing this, well, we'll do it too. We'll beat them to it. Yeah, they beat them to it, but I'm let you go ahead though. Go ahead.
As someone who likes this movie, I completely agree with you.
You mean love?
Love this movie. I'm sorry. As someone who loves it enough to buy it and add it to the collection, there you go. I would say you're absolutely right. This feels like they tried to do an Avengers movie with the second movie in the universe. So it's rushed. It's rushed up the ass, but it's kind of cool though. It's got some cool shit in there.
Also, full disclosure, I watched the Ultimate edition right before this. It was like 2 hours and 40 minutes long, or almost 3 hours.
About 3 hours.
So it's fresh. Yeah. So where do you want to begin?
I've seen this movie like 20 or 30 times. So for you coming off fresh, I think I'm at a slight disadvantage, but that's okay.
That's okay. 20 or 30.
I've seen this movie like 20 or 30 times. I love this movie. I make sure to watch it often, okay?
Okay.
Matter of fact, I'm mad you had my movie for so long. I've been without this, okay? So that's a problem.
And I stepped up to the plate and was like, let's get this over with.
You did. You're actually the one who kind of got this going, so thank you. A little bit of backstory about myself. I'm not a comic book fan. I've never owned a comic book. I don't plan on starting. So,
dang, that's pretty strong words.
No offense. I'm all for it, but, I could just watch a 3-hour movie and just take what I can get from it.
Before
Go ahead.
Before we leave, I'm going to hand you a couple of comic books.
All right.
Okay.
Collect some dust. No, I like to read, but comic books, not really my thing. It's just too many. I can't get invested when there's a million different iterations of the same person. That's my issue. That's the thing.
See, that's why you choose a story and you choose a saga and you stick with it, because there's so many.
Yeah. It's intimidating when you've never read any and they're like, oh, yeah, start here. Like, I don't know.
So you basically a person that watched the cartoons.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
That is the only version of Superman I've liked until the Henry Cavill version. I will be honest, I do not own any Superman films except for this one. Even during Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, still not a Superman fan. So obviously I'm a fucking Batman fan though, because this is damn near a Batman movie. What about you, man? Let me get a little backstory with you.
My backstory is I read comic books, but but no, I'm not because all my geeky friends, my geeky comic book friends said, if you ain't got a pool file is where you go into the comic book store and they have a list of comics. They put there's literally a file with all the comics you gonna buy for that week.
Okay, got you.
My geeky friends was like, oh, you don't know who the inker was? There's the people that actually draw it, and the inker is the person that actually colors it in and stuff. Sure. And there's I used to read Spider-Man. I used to grab just all different versions of like Maximum Carnage, all this. You don't know that stuff.
I do know that's a classic.
Yeah, because you played the video game probably.
Right. I was about to say, everyone knows Maximum Carnage. But go ahead.
But I watched the cartoons. The greatest cartoon. There's two of them. There's three of them. it is. What day? Okay, as in even adults could like it. I would say the X-Men 90s.
Okay, classic.
I would say the 90s. Dang, even the Superman series and the Batman series by itself, they did World's Finest.
Yep.
All of that was Justice League. When you watch that stuff, you're like, oh, this is a lot more serious than you think.
Yes.
You know, going into this movie, I will tell you. I'll tell you right now. I was very excited for it.
Okay. How could you not be? It's Batman and Superman.
I was all for it. I was like, I can't wait. This looks amazing. I don't, man. Wow. This is before I used to watch Insider stuff. They would say, hey, this shit's gonna be trash or whatever. And I remember I was supposed to go see it with Amber. What up, Amber?
Shout out.
And Scott was like, come on, man, let's go see it. I was like, I gotta see it with Amber. He's like, come on, man. So I went to see it the day before I was supposed to see it with Amber.
You pulled out, Amber. I'm sorry.
Pause.
Oh. Strike that.
Oh, man. Footage. Chris gonna slap you. Shout out to Chris. Anyway, and I went to see it, and I did not like it. And then me and Amber went to go see it. And
we went twice.
Yes, I went the next day.
Oh, man.
And then me and Amber went to go see it. And Amber did not like it. But Amber was shocked. She was like, well, this was... I was like, yeah, I already saw it. She's like, you did? I was like... She's like, you sat through this again? I was like, yeah. Back-to-back days.
I didn't know that, so respect.
Yeah, nah, I should have waited. I told myself I'd never do that to a friend again like that.
Yes.
You know, but that movie was a lot of movie. It was a lot of movie. It was a lot of multiple stories.
Yes. Convoluted.
It made me wish they would have just broken that. They should have made like 5 movies out of all this movie. This should have been like 5 movies, not this. Oh, Justice League, this and that. No, they should have made it like a Batman by himself, a Superman by himself, a Wonder Woman, job. And then. But you know, you got your list there. You got
a bunch of notes.
Like we gonna get into this man's notes because this is him loving this movie. Yes. He's 7 years old. He demanded that we do this. To the point, he was like, I'm leading this. I'm like, you are. I just want to say the intro. Hey, I'm Cincinnati Man, it's bad habits. He's like, why you guys? I'm like, dang, man, we gonna get to your Zach, baby.
Only because we're at his studio, you know. It's out of respect, you know. Wow. You got this. But once we're at TBH Studios, you'll see.
You let me know when you want to be at TBH Studios, and I'll come over, okay?
All right, man. So, we got room for you.
So let's get it going.
Movie. Batman versus Superman.
He loves it. You see like he's picking it up.
I love this damn. I'm mad you had it for 3 months, man.
We are not going to keep rehashing the same thing. We need to move forward with the notes, young man.
All right. So, this movie, even though I love it, is far from perfect. As we mentioned, it's convoluted. They put too many different storylines into it. Zack Snyder, as a filmmaker... He has his ups and downs.
He loves visuals.
Yes.
And the story is just there for the visual.
Yes. He is a cinematographer. He is one of my favorite cinematographers. He is not a great writer, and I don't think he's a great director, but he can pull off a shot. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's I almost feel like, you know how Marvel does this weird thing where they be like, "Yo, okay, director, you could do the story, but we got our own film."
Yeah.
It's sometimes it's almost like that. Like for you to not like comic books and him to not really care about comic books either. Sure. He does make stuff really cartoony and comic booky. New words, y'all. Comic booky.
Comic booky. He is. Yeah, he's not my favorite director. Honestly, don't think he probably should have been handed the keys to the early DC universe.
What other Zack Snyder movies did you watch in the past?
I'm glad you asked. I happen to bring 2 other Zack Snyder.
Why did I ask?
I'm so glad. As soon as I can get it, and I'm having a little trouble here off camera.
I apologize. Everybody.
Yeah. Actually, this first movie I'm going to bring up is a little bit of a plug for a video I'm working on. It'll be up by September 3rd, 2023. But Zack Snyder, his first movie that he directed, Dawn of the Dead 04. I'm working on a video about the OG one. Yeah, this is the remake. I'm working on an OG video dedicated to it, but this movie, really fucking solid, especially for a debut director.
So, Was it more practical effects and all that stuff, or was it? It wasn't like he didn't have that slow motion and the bite and all that stuff, and it's like
there's less slow motion.
Was it like the Wonder Woman theme in the background and had that lady yelling like, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah"?
They didn't see. That's in the director's cut. This version, not so much. You know, they left out all the Gal Gadot, rhythms and whatnot. But I think it's a really solid film.
Dawn of the Dead.
I would check it out.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
It's solid. It's really good. It's nowhere near as good as the OG. Can't wait for that video.
And the second one that you brought?
Watchmen. Director's cut, specifically. Once again, noticing a trend with Snyder and DC. He has to have a director's cut. His theatrical cuts are terrible. I didn't like the theatrical cut of Batman versus Superman. Yeah. So that's a little bit of a backstory for me.
Are you seeing Rebel Moon?
I will be seeing that whenever it comes out. I will renew my Netflix. But
did you watch Army of the Dead?
Yes, I've seen Army of the Dead.
Oh, you enjoyed it?
There's some cool stuff again in that movie, but overall, no. It's right where it belongs on Netflix.
I remember that came out during COVID.
Yep.
And also,
the Snyder cut,
like
Justice League as well.
Me and James used to watch. I used to go over his house midday, and we would watch a whole bunch of stuff. Mm-hmm. We watched the first 10 minutes of Army of the Dead. We cut it off.
Man,
because I was laughing hysterically. Okay. You thought I was watching a comedy show.
You kind of are.
And then James was like, he just cuts it off. I'm like, what? He was like, man, this is bad. He's like, I can't watch this. I was like, come on, man. He was like, nah. He's like, nope. And we never turned it back on.
Okay, I would say even for an ironic watch, which is stuff I like to do. I like to watch bad movies. I would say it's too long even for that, if I'm being honest. But it has some cool shit to it. I mean, like I said, cinematography-wise, I think he nailed that. But it's written by Zack Snyder, so it'll fall apart real quick. Sorry.
Yeah. I get upset at his over stylization of action scenes and everything, and then I just realized like that's just his thing, like Michael Bay.
Yeah.
Like that's just his style.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean he's like Michael Bay times 1,000.
Yeah. Well, with both of them, I would say like have them point the camera. Oh, there goes the fly. There goes the bee. Yeah, we got a bee flying around. Anyway,
stay focused.
You can tell them to point the camera and shoot. Same with Michael Bay, and they'll get the shot. But they need someone to rein them in. They need someone who can write and direct for them. This movie, fucking confusing. Batman versus Superman, I'm talking about, by the way.
You made me watch this, and the way you talk about it, you were like this. It's mid. It's all right. And the way you was talking about this whole lead up, this man was like, 30 times, this and that. And you're like, yeah, this movie's all right. What?
I mean,
you made me watch a 3-hour movie that I thought you loved, and you're like, this shit all right. It's cool.
Okay. I have a very complicated relationship with this
movie. No, you can say, look.
Go ahead, brother.
Why can't you be one of those people? Like, people don't do this. I like this, but I know it's bad.
I do. I think I said that in this review already. Check the footage, y'all. No, but the thing is with this movie is it's not perfect. It's got a lot of issues. I still love this fucking movie. My rating is still buy it and add it to your collection. No matter what I say in this video, that's my rating.
I did a live reaction to this. I made a live audio of this, and I said I want regular people to watch this that don't know shit, and wonder if they can follow the story and everything and what's going on.
No,
that's what I want to know. I want to know if a regular person can watch this and be like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense."
No, they won't. I'm sorry. It took me a while to get it.
Look. We're going to refer back to you. I want you to get... this is what I want you to do. I want you to get all your notes out the way, and then I'm going to tell you...
Oh, yeah.
Or maybe I'll react. Maybe you'll say something like, I would like to react.
Sure. Feel free to react to it, because we're starting off with cons. We're getting all my negativities out the way early on, because I'm a fanboy for this fucking movie.
Okay. Our goal is to make this video under an hour.
We're a quarter of the way in. So
I mean,
that's plenty of time.
Well, let's see. Oh boy, here we go. I'm listening. Con it out.
All right.
Cons.
First con. Dialogue.
Wait, hold on. I got to put the title thing. Cons. See, look, right when I do that, the little going to come up.
That's all in his editing. Mine's would probably just be a blank screen. Dialogue. He once again, Zach,
they spitting, they talking.
No,
yeah, they talking.
He cannot write how to properly
when he was
do
like,
a conversation.
This is my world.
Yes,
you are my world.
Okay. Also, so the guy who gets his leg smashed early on, Wally, I don't know if you remember, but he has a really cringy line of talking to Bruce Wayne, "You're the boss. It's shit like that.
It was so spiteful. Like he was mad at Bruce Wayne randomly. You're the boss. I was like, why was you mad?
Shit like
what, he
that.
had to come in on his off day?
I guess he wanted a personal home call from Bruce Wayne.
He was gonna stay home with his pregnant wife or something, and then to get ruined or whatever. Like something happened right there.
There's something missing.
So, what did Bruce stop the union? Are they gonna unionize all the security workers and bellhops and everything?
Wouldn't be surprised. That examples such as that. Another one, Amy Adams, when she reintroduces Lois Lane, and she's like in Africa, she's interviewing some type of general, or do you recall? No, I want you to go ahead. Sorry.
Amy
the
Adams.
First thing she asked, this feared low. I don't know what he is, but the first thing she asked, "Are you a terrorist?" I was like, "What the fuck?" I mean, do you want the story?
That is a crazy way to talk to somebody. They'd be like, "Yo, that's like going to talk to Putin and be like, so you're a dictator, right?"
Like, these are people, they just had bags over your head. You know what I mean? You don't get to talk shit.
You died any second, and you're like, so you a scumbag, right? You're like,
so you murder people.
And dude was like, yeah, okay, let's go then.
What the fuck? So, dialogue. Big problem. That's a big problem. But, I can't write good dialogue either, so fuck it.
Actually, I ain't gonna lie, I'm pretty good at dialogue.
You are good at it.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Like, I used to, I'm pretty good at writing little poetry. Anyway, we ain't going down that route. I miss her. Anyway.
Okay.
I gotta get that ran off at least one time.
Hey, man, you gotta do you.
I remember it was about 2012. Anyway. The Amy Adams thing. She's not Lois Lane.
Okay, same. I agree. Not that I have a picture.
No, she's not a problem as an actress.
She's great. I love her.
She's a good actress,
yes,
but she doesn't have the Lois Lane look or anything.
Okay.
There's no, like, Lois Lane has a look. She's a brunette.
Okay.
Here's a look.
Purist.
Strong jaw. Kind of like sassy. Borderline asshole. Okay. But she has an attractiveness. Think about it. All of those lanes you've seen, like in the cartoons and stuff.
Yeah.
She has she's a jerk, but she has her femininity, the way she moves, it's a confident woman.
Okay.
But it's not like, oh, you're just a jerk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a smoothness to it where you're like, they not like, but there's no, it ain't.
Amy Adams does not have it in this role. She's a great actress though.
Yeah, I don't have a problem as an actress. It just didn't land right. What was your next con, sir?
Oh, sir, so many of them.
Cons.
More cons. There's this common trope in movies where the main cast is all white, right? Pretty much, mainly white cast. Where the only ethnic people are written to be like the mystical hoodoo ones. Like, for example, the old black guy in the hallway. Like, oh, the Batman's mad tonight.
Hey, I'm mad. That dude was snitching. That dude tell on everybody. Throughout the whole movie, every time you saw somebody, he's sitting there in a wheelchair like, how you doing?
Yeah, in the hallway.
That lady, I don't know who you are, strange Russian guy, but that lady ain't been here in like 3 days. I saw her leave the other day. Yeah. And she said she's going to tell on everybody.
Like, come on, Scatman.
No, another thing that made me, look, wait, no confuse. Okay. That lady was an African lady that lived in the village that saw her family die and everything, right?
Yes.
How she in America? How she got an apartment? Once she have a hotel room or something, she be staying in. Why she in the hood?
Yep.
In a low like a rundown place, like she lived there for years. I'm like, oh yeah, we know her. Yeah, she was here the other day. I'm like, no,
she has her visa back and forth.
Yeah, like no, she would literally be staying in somewhere.
She is
as like a government witness. Also, Oh wait. We'll get there.
Oh yeah,
the black. What's your problem?
It's just like how the non-white people, the ethnic types, are the kind of like the one who has to know the spiritual. Like even at one point when Clark Kent is walking up the mountain and you see the Hispanic guy.
That was so random. I was like, "Where's he at?
Where's he come to die?"
I was like, "Is he Hispanic?
Yeah.
Is he Inuit? Like, is this Alaska?"
Yeah. Let me cover all bases. That unknown ethnic man.
Yeah, because I was like.
I thought he spoke Spanish.
I thought it was Spanish too, and I was like why are y'all in Alaska? Like, and also when he stick to that.
Cincinnati man's getting on his tangents. I gotta get through these real quickly.
Yeah. So the trope, the downtrodden minorities are like Batman hurting all these people out here. Yes. And she was like, when that chick was like, yeah, he branded he wasn't my husband, but he branded him. I'm thinking like, what'd he do? Like, was he an arms dealer? Like, she tried to be like, see how he did my man? I was like, nah, I'm pretty sure he was a murderer. I'm not, and he was a sex trafficker. He had all those Asian chicks down he was a sex trafficker.
It did not look well.
Yeah, so this idea of him being like, shame on him. He's just
trying to provide for his family. It's like, he's taking away all these other families. Like, that's a problem.
You sex trafficking, bro.
Yeah, it did not look good, man.
At least they look of age. Oof. Like, cause think about it, they made sure all the people that got sex trafficking was of age. It was like they ain't like it was like in real life. I still gotta see Sound of Freedom. Anyway,
we don't have time for that one. Sound of Freedom. I would love to get into that. I have not seen it. I want to though, just so I can have a good time with it. The nightmare sequences, the ones where like Batman's dreaming, it's like an alternate future. Yeah. It's out of place. Look, I love them. They're just in a weird place in the movie.
Don't you remember when he woke up from one of those nightmares? Mm-hmm. He was sitting with a baddie. Mm-hmm. He woke up with a baddie next to him, and he was popping perks.
Okay, I don't remember that.
Okay, no, he woke up from something, and that girl, and I promise you,
it
looked like
Gal Gadot.
Yes. I know. At first, I was like, is that a scene missing?
They couldn't afford a double set. Just
she looked like they looked like it, and I was like, man, he popping pills.
Drinking wine, chase it.
I want to know what kind of wine that is. I'm about to buy that. I mean, it's probably like $500.
I was about to say, fucking Alfred mentions how the wine cellar's starting to get a little empty.
And he's talking about the future. He ain't got no future.
He ain't gonna be in the future, man.
Back to the notes.
Back to the motherfucking notes.
Cons.
Yes. Okay. The nightmare sequences though. Is that a dream to you, or do you think it really happened? Like specifically the Flash.
Okay, and that is the problem with the editing because they edited it where he woke up from a dream a dream.
Yep.
So I'm like, damn, Flash so good he can enter dreams.
But
go ahead. Or was it that it was so shocking to him he passed out when Flash showed up? He was like, ugh. They were like, dang, did he pass out? Like, what was? Yeah. Lois is the key. You gotta get to Lois. And guess what? You write about him. You might want to be more specific, Barry. He hated that motherfucker in the beginning. Now you want to be like, yo, whatever you thought in the beginning, believe it.
Yeah.
Yo, remember when you said all that stuff about him? And he was like, oh, am I too soon? Mm-hmm. Am I too soon? Yes, you are. You look at his face. He like, I should kill him? Should I kill Batman?
Where's my pistol?
I mean, should I kill Superman? I'm going to kill Superman. Let me go ahead and kill him. Barry was right. I don't know who Barry is.
I don't know who this is, but they're right. I think that really happened, though. I see it as it really happened. In the background.
No, it really happened, but the transition with
it's bad.
It's like a dream within a dream within a dream. You're like
it's Inception, which I didn't sign up for. This is Batman versus Superman. So yeah, that's an issue for me. It's just they didn't really make it clear, in my opinion, that really happened. I see it as a real thing, but whatever. I can't wait to get into the Lex Luthor stuff.
One of the greatest reimagining of the villain of all time.
He's not wrong, even though he's being a dick about it. Anyway, a
little side note.
Yes,
I remember when I saw this movie, and I might try to find it and post it in here. I wrote a couple of sentences on Facebook, and I said something to the effect that I've had a few tragedies in my life, my love life, my job, and I said something crazy and I add this movie to the tragedies in my life. Little did I know what was going to happen this past April and the past couple of months. Little did I know that stuff was going to happen 7 years later. So that stuff trumps this. But dang, I was like, I went all in on this. Like if I had a podcast, like Eric, like Scott used to do this thing where we hang out with people and he'd whisper to somebody, mention Batman vs Superman.
For real.
And I didn't notice it at first. Yeah. And then, because he would say casually, like, Batman vs Superman. And then I start going off like, then I start catching it. Yeah. That he would keep on bringing other people. And I was like, no, it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. Wow. Like, part of me is like, you know what's funny in life? Everybody wants, look, we all want perfect movies. We all want all the movies to be good. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you're going to need stuff like this. Sure. You're going to need stuff that just missed the mark. And other people will course correct. Sure. I mean, you know, there's in life, people be like, oh, we should have perfect families. Like, everybody should be married. Everybody should do that. Mm-hmm. And it's interesting because you're never going to get to 100% perfect, like everybody married. But you don't want to promote everybody to be single, wedlock, and all that other stuff. Okay. So my thing is this: we're gonna be okay with bad movies, but we're not gonna promote constantly making stuff that's horrible because it won't sustain the industry. Okay. What sustain the industry is superhero movies and other movies in general are solid to good movies, not bad, mess. A
lot of mess, yeah.
And that's the problem. Like, yo, we need this movie. Excuse me. We need movies like this to show us elements of what could work and elements of what might not work. Honestly, you know, he did this. He did Justice League. He did Man of Steel. Mm-hmm. I would have been totally fine if they just started doing animated versions of this universe. Okay. If they would have, like, I heard rumors of that, but they, you know, it's all about the money. They probably like, we got, you know, how much money it costs to get down the voice, you know. But I'd be totally fine if they did an animated version, and it just be the way. This is what it's like. Just like did you ever see that animated version where they had? Oh no! Was it a vampire Batman, but he was like Latino or something?
No, I've not seen this. What?
There's some Justice League thing where they changed it where. No, they changed characters and stuff, and I watched it. I was like, okay, this ain't the main continuity, but it's fine. It's it's like
Elseworld story.
Yeah, it was like I'm fine with Elseworld. Like my thing is when you try to make main continuity, like you know, Batman will use a gun. It's like no.
The thing is though, you can always change that later though. Like, you know, Batman vs Superman, you could say that was main continuity, and like, well, fuck, now it's just
Elseworld. If people like it, but people didn't like it, it's like relax, but not.
And that's fair.
Back to the notes.
Cons. I thought we were in sync. My bad.
Okay.
There's not a lot left for me. I want to get mine out though. I hate the way Wonder Woman scrolls when she's reading the goddamn email from Bruce Wayne. Hate it. Don't know why. Read the whole thing.
I like how he says some stuff like, you weren't missing this photo. This is you. This is you. It's you.
Yeah, I was like, it is you.
Like, no, that's still her photo, Nick.
Yeah. Like, come on, Bruce.
That writing was weird. Like, this ain't you ain't missing this. This is you. It's like, no, she's still missing the photo.
Yeah, no, wasn't a fan of it. Just read the whole damn message.
Hey, I'm sorry, but that whole stereotype of the crew she had was so bad.
The crew
in Wonder Woman. I'm a Navajo Indian.
Oh,
and I'm a drunken Irish. I'm a drunken Irishman. I'm drunk and I'm scared to shoot people. Like, they handled diversity a little bit better in Captain America with his crew, because dude was Asian, dude was Irish, but they were like, "Hello, I'm this and that," and somebody be like, "We're taking this Jap with." Remember they said something crazy like that? They said the Asian. They said something crazy like that. Dude was like, "Man, I'm from San Francisco." He was like, "Oh." Remember when they were prisoners?
Yeah.
And then they had the black dude that spoke French. He was like, "Oh,
fucking Antoine Fishburne."
Yeah, but I'm saying it was more respectful. It was more like as in they were all Americans though. Like, those guys were all Americans though. Her stuff was more international. Crew.
It was. I think that we can have both.
But you can. But I'm saying it could have been better, a little better executed for me. Like, when they made the Irish dude drunk, it's like, come on, man.
Scottish, I think he's Scottish.
See, that's my ignorance. You're right.
That's what we do here.
Back to the what? Back to the cons. I got a little animation for it too. I ain't gonna tell you.
I don't, but maybe I don't know. Okay, so like once we're done with my cons, I want to actually get into a basic, quick layout of the story.
Okay,
just a quick one. Okay, but I want to finish the cons.
We're gonna take as long as we need. I want you to be thorough. You know, if it takes a little bit longer, you know, I was making a joke.
It'll come down to editing room though, for sure.
I edit.
Yeah, okay. Mine's is gonna be a lot shorter. 'Cause I'm gonna cut out a lot.
Your
of
shit
my
gonna be
stupid
5
tangents.
minutes.
Yeah. This is my passion project. Okay.
no.
No context for this, but when they're in the Kryptonian ship and Lex decides to take command without any fucking pushback from the ship
At all.
No, fucking ridiculous. Like, sure.
All he needed was DNA. All he needed was the fingerprint one time.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it was gonna scan his body and be like rejected.
That's it.
Like, wait a minute, you're a human. Nope.
All he needed was some dead Kryptonian fingerprints.
You know what my favorite part is? When
What?
Superman showed up and then asked Superman no questions. Like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
hey, yo, you really this? Oh, what you want us to do? Nothing. It was just sitting. It was just in the background, like.
Yep.
Not first it was sentient, almost borderline sentient, and then it was just sitting in the background, like.
It's all stoic and shit. What the fuck are you doing?
I was watching the movie, and Lex Luthor was like, "Oh, I got something to kill you. It's over there." And Superman had his arms folded, like, and Lex Luthor walked over and pointed at it, and then it started to create Doomsday right in front of Superman. I was like, "Yo, man, unplug it. Just
this is your ship.
You want to unplug it? You want to do anything?" And he didn't do anything.
Ridiculous. Yeah, I found that way too convenient. And also, while we're still on that scene, at some point he jumps into the pool, the fucking mystery goo. Like,
how could he do that?
Put a condom on. You're gonna lose your dick.
Oh no! Or put something on. Yeah. You don't know what it could do to you.
What is that? Like, you are going to lose your dick.
Remember when he weirdly caressed the dead body of Zod?
No.
He
what?
No. He had put him in the water, and then he started rubbing his face.
Yeah, and before he does the cut.
And then he was like, "Oh, you flew too close to the sun."
Yep.
It was like, what was this for?
Like, is this a little intimate?
This old necrophilia? Yeah. Like, I watch serial killer stuff. I'm like, why you put this in here? Like, they might as well put Jeffrey Dahmer's face over top of him. They start dancing.
Someone do that.
Like, dang, man. Like, yeah. Oh, somebody should. Oh.
If you're a fan, make an edit. Tag me in it. I got you. I say that I only got like
that's Jeffrey followers. That's Lex Dahmer. I gotta think of shoot Jeffrey Luthor.
I hate it here.
Hey man, that's horrible, man. That's horrible.
Cons.
Back to the cons.
Lois Lane, one of the weakest main characters.
We already did that.
I know, but they struggle to write good shit for her. Okay. Superman, how does he get away with wearing glasses? It's been a problem for 85 years.
Look, this is
85 years problem.
We gotta accept. Look, the thing about superhero movies,
sure,
you have to suspend your belief of certain things.
Sure,
very
easy for me to do, except for when you do this and then do that. That's not it. Sorry, that's weak. I know it's from 1938, but it ain't 1938 no more. It's 85 years.
Well, how you want to do it? You want to wear like braces?
Sure.
Excuse me, Lois.
Why not? Do a different hairstyle. I don't know. I'm sorry. This ain't it.
Lois, can we talk for a sec?
I would like that. I would actually like that because it would be a Peter Parker Spider-Man situation.
Guess what? My man Christopher Reeves pulled it off. You got to rewatch. See, look. No, because look, this way.
Man,
see,
my opinion.
See, this, because your opinion is wrong. Sometimes
I don't like the Christopher Reeve.
Look, you know why? Because you like dark shit. You don't like camp. You don't like campy.
I like the Tobey Maguire movies, Spider-Man movies. Those are camp.
How can you like that anyway? But let's back to what I was saying.
Go ahead.
People said, and it was pointed out, and it's true. When he's Clark Kent, he kind of shrugs his shoulder. He does transform. He does Cavill's Clark didn't transform like he had that serious like Perry. We need to talk about this. He was like, "Yo, bro, you aggressive, Clark. Like, hold up, Clark. You better do football." Even though it was funny, like when he made him do but look, man, you
Hey man.
And let me tell you, guess. Look, you funny, man. Look, don't you ever talk about Christopher Reeves in my presence like that. Let me tell you something right now. That man laid the groundwork for everybody. That man took it serious. That man took it serious to try to be different between Clark and Superman. He did.
He could do more.
What do you define? No.
I want to get into classic Superman.
No. Define more.
I don't know. But I don't
no. The movie had its flaws, but I'm saying him as Clark. Like I need to know. Give me an example.
I don't have an example.
See, this is the thing. This is the thing you need to learn in life, my friend.
Old people, man.
This is what you need to learn in life. If you're gonna say something back it up.
Okay.
If you're going to say something, if you say you don't like it, it's okay. I'm fine.
I don't like it.
Look, I have no problem with disagreeing with my friends. All my friends got no problem disagreeing with me. The main thing that annoys me about all my friends is that I'm so open with them, they can look at me like, I don't agree. I'm like, dang, can you lie to me? Because we know a lot of people that we just got to lie to. You know, people in your life, you're like, you know what? I can't tell them the truth. I just got to nod. Nobody nods with me. And all my friends will look at me and be like, you wrong. I'm like, damn. So guess what? I'm your friend telling you wrong. Give me an overall thing that don't
have it. I'm sorry. You're gonna lose a lot of time in this review. I watched the movies recently. I don't like them. I watched the first two.
You know what I mean? I'm saying, look, you're doing the overall movie. I'm saying, what about his portrayal as Clark does not work for you? Is he too geeky for you? Is it too meek? What is it that emotionally makes you not connect? See, when I say stuff like that, the level of depth, I'm not telling you to go deep into yourself. Sure. I'm saying as you're watching it, face value, what irks you where you're like, nah, don't work for me?
I wish I had a better answer, but I can just say that I just didn't like the portrayal. I like the Henry Cavill version.
And they call me a hater.
I mean, I just don't have my
argument
ready. But that's okay.
Okay.
Because it'll come back in a different video.
Look, you know something? One day, we're gonna do one of these reviews, and when I ask you to explain, you'll actually be able to explain. It's gonna take you a little time.
Okay.
I stay ready. I
appreciate that. I just don't like the movies. Okay. It's that simple. I don't care for his portrayal. Rest in peace, Christopher Reeve, but
you're going to get struck by lightning. You're going to leave.
His Superman was not it for me. I'm sorry. I like Henry Cavill.
Yeah, you like all those muscles and stuff. You like all those
I don't know about it. I mean, yeah, sure, he's a handsome guy, but that ain't it. It just didn't work for me.
I like Henry Cavill being dark and being like the world is. See,
I do. I like that version. This is the only Superman I've liked.
Okay, we have to. That's for another time.
Oh, we should do a Superman 1 and 2 review one day.
You ain't ready.
I would love.
You ain't ready.
I would love.
You ain't ready. Look. This okay. Look.
Man,
I understand the problems with the movies because they did so. You know what they did? They put elements from the 60s and like Superman used to have all type of crazy powers, and they threw it in there.
Yeah.
And to this day, I think about when he reversed time. But what I think is, I'm doing what fans do when they try to defend stuff. Where I think he realized like it's something when you watch it, you realize he knew he could only do it that one time. Okay. It's something about it. It's a feel where he's like he did it, but he knew he could. He shouldn't. He did it this one time. He can't go back and get his father. He
can't, not like the Flash.
Like he can't go back and get his father. Yeah. Like there's something innate. It's something natural about it where you knew when he did that and violated. It don't matter. Violated the laws of nature.
Yeah.
It's some odd thing where he's like, I can't ever do it. It's
one and done. Sure.
But yeah, back to the notes.
The aftermath. Yes.
We're doing good actually if you think about it.
I mean, I'm knocking out all these negative points.
And you still got you got more?
I got a couple.
Oh my!
I'm almost done because I want to get into the good shit.
There's good stuff.
Toward the end, when Bruce Batman visits Lex Luthor in prison, do you remember that? At the very end, he visits Lex Luthor and. Where the fuck did the guards go?
You know my favorite part when you say, "Do you remember?" And I just watched it like an hour ago.
And you don't remember?
I remember. You know me. I got a pretty good memory.
Okay, I was hoping you.
I didn't like that. Like it was weird too. It was like, come on now. Like they did the thing where the whole police force loves them.
Yes.
And it's like that's not true.
Yeah.
That's not true. There's always somebody in authority that's a cop or something or a senator that don't like Batman. It's always pretty much like 60-40.
Okay.
If you want to say 60% is in favor, 40% is a pretty big number to be like,
that's still yeah.
You might want to do 55-45. And
where'd they go?
That didn't make no sense when they did the thing when it was like he was going to brand him, and then he was like, "Oh, the bell can't be unrung." And he was like, "Oh, I need him. I got to figure out what he's doing." It's like, you should just take him with you then. You should torture him then.
Yeah, honestly, put him in the I don't know comic book stuff. Never mind. I almost said the Raft, but that's Marvel. My bad, y'all. But yeah, I thought that was stupid just because, like, where the fuck the cops go? They were in on it 5 seconds later, and then you turn on the red light and they're just gone. Like, they fucking Batman.
My favorite part about that was the brother that was the cop. Well, the prison guard was like, the warden wants to talk to you.
Yep.
I ain't gonna say it again. I'm like, dang, this Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
He about to beat him up. He sounded like he was gonna beat him up, didn't he?
He did though, man.
I was like, yo.
I mean, he had a personal stake against Lex or something.
I thought he was gonna whip Lex ass, and I was like, I was here for it. And when when they was like,
oh shit,
when Lex was like, hey Superman, guess what? I'm insane, so they're gonna send me away to an insane asylum. Nah, motherfucker, you a murderer.
Yep.
You a murderer. I refuse to believe when they lied and was like, nobody's downtown. Man, that place is like Chicago and New York.
That's in my notes. Like
nobody's downtown, so everybody lives.
It's uninhabited or something.
They had to set off a nuke to try to kill this monster. And you think you ain't going away? Man, nah, you're like the Unabomber now.
Yep.
You're like, if you're gonna be locked away, you're gonna be locked. You're not gonna be locked away in a insane asylum. You're gonna be locked away in a prison.
Yep.
By yourself. There ain't no way they're gonna be like, yeah, you go to a place where they hang out with all
calmer sort of deal. Yeah, and he literally tries to plead. It's to Batman, by the way, not Superman. But where it does like, I'm insane. I'm not fit for trial. Bullshit, man. I hate that motherfucker. Last con. Snyder likes piss. Why does piss come up so many times in this movie? Like, at least 3 different scenes where like we stopped to talk.
I don't like as soon as you said that I was drinking.
You were drinking, yeah, I know.
I need to put ice in this. Well, I'll get in a second.
And okay, go ahead. What's up with piss?
I like how I'm making a joke, but I'm saying I like how it's like, I'm a senator from down south. I wrestle pigs and stuff. Yeah. Don't tell me about no pit. Yeah, I tell you, piss ain't peach tea. I'm like, peach tea. Ugh. Yeah. I'm like, nobody drink like not many people I know drink peach tea in the first place.
Okay.
They don't. Nobody like you drink. If it's offered, you're like, I guess I'll drink it. But you ain't saying like good old peach tea.
I mean, it started off as a weird tangent, and I guess they just said, oh, we have something here. I don't think you did. You could have lost all the piss comments. Even Wally says he can't piss standing up. Why are we talking about
that? Reminded me of the Blue Beetle movie, like when the sister was like, I gotta take a dump. It's like, wow, this is not even funny.
Why are we doing this?
Like, the piss got brought up like 3 times.
3 times? Why? How many movies do you love where they talking about piss? I can't think of many. This is one for me, though.
What made me mad is when the senator started freaking out and she saw that jar. I was like, Superman, you don't smell that? Was he looking around like,
read the label?
Was he like, somebody peed on himself? Yeah. Superman probably was like, I ain't trying to smell that deep. Maybe it's urinals.
Okay. So with that being said, I have no more cons on my list. Of course, we'll run into some with you, but that's the ones I really want.
Wait, keep going. I'm gonna give me some ice, but sure. Go with your next. Go with your next list. Go ahead. What's the next?
Pros.
Wait, hold up.
Yeah.
Wait, watch this. Pros. Watch, you gonna see it come. Go ahead and start it off. I'll be right back.
All right, pros. Since we're reviewing a 3-hour edition, of course, I'm not reviewing a theatrical cut. This version is the better version. They actually put scenes in this proper order. Like, coming from someone who saw it in theaters, there's a lot of mix and matching that just didn't make sense. That's me. Okay, so that's a major fucking pro in my opinion. Second, this is a fucking Batman movie. You could have took out Batman versus Superman, just called it Dawn of Justice. This Batman, bro, this is how you reintroduce a character, if you ask me. Because I grew up with, Christian Bale, no killing. I forgot all about Michael Keaton was a murderer. I forgot all about that shit.
Okay.
He murdered a lot.
Oh, not as no. Okay,
not like Batman.
Okay, it'd be like this. Michael Keaton might have ended. They did like it was like inadvertently. It's like, sure. You got a bomb. He pushes you off of him because he sees like a vest about to blow up. He pushes you off. Stuff like that. No, but see this is where you take it too far.
Okay.
A lot of like what him and Zack Snyder did. It's like when Michael Keaton killed. Here's the joke. Michael Keaton killed 5 people. How many Batman? How many? Wait. Look. Okay, I'll raise it. Michael Keaton killed 10 people. Wait, let me finish. Like you did a count anyway. Michael Keaton killed 20 people. You ready for it? Mm-hmm. How many people your Batman gonna kill Zack Snyder? 150. You like, yo, you can't do that.
I can.
No. I'm talking about. you can't make somebody a mass murder. Like it was incidental the right word? It'd be like it'd be like if Batman about to get hit by a car and he gets out the way of the car and they slam into something and blow up. Okay. It's like, yo, wait a minute. They're like, no, this Batman was like, I'm gonna make you blow up. That's what he. I mean, that
like, part I agree.
He's like, I'm gonna kill you.
I agree with that.
Michael Keaton in his head wasn't like, I'm gonna kill you.
Yes, he was.
No,
I just rewatched it, bro. He legit kills a person and laughs.
Explain it.
I would like to pull up the scene. Matter of fact,
you can do it. I'm
gonna do it in the edit.
Because I never. You know what's funny?
Yes.
I know in reviews you can do like 3 seconds or something. I normally do it as a GIF, like it's a little animation.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, I don't.
I cut to the whole.
I'm always too nervous to do it because I don't like because you never know the thing.
I'm gonna put it in. He enjoyed
what movie?
It's I want to say Returns.
I knew. What scene?
Look, once again, you got me. Damn it!
I ain't putting you on no,
that's okay. Yeah, like I don't care. I'll just. Put
I'm assuming was it a clown? Was it because remember he had a
he kills a lot of people in that movie. He includes Joker and Penguin themselves, but henchmen. He blows up that fact. It's a lot of shit, but he kills. Long story short, the only Batman that really hasn't killed technically,
Clooney.
But there's a technical because he's really
Keaton. Look, people were fine with people at the time were fine.
Sure.
If you caused the murder yourself. Okay. Like I'll give you an example that could be construed as like, hey, you did it to yourself. Like when Batman was fighting that guy, he had the bomb. He had in the movie, and he had the grenade, and he pushed him. He pushed the other dude, and it was about to go off. In the warehouse scene, in the warehouse scene, I'm thinking that is a classic. Hey, you did it yourself, bro. Yeah. This ain't that's see, and that's what I mean. Yeah. Sure, most Batmans are like, hey, no, I'm moving, I'm trying to catch that person.
I hear you.
You got a bomb on you, I'm pushing you out the way. You better blow me up. Hey, think about it. It wasn't like 2 seconds for the bomb. They literally be doing stuff where it's like 2 seconds for the bomb go off. Batman like, oh shit.
Okay, I agree with that.
Like the Snyder's Batman was like,
oh yeah,
you like
he has a gun.
You like he might as well put a gun to somebody's head and just shoot. Oh wait, he did. He killed somebody by running over them.
I know.
So anyway, see look, and you're trying to do this thing where you're like no, you're trying to do this thing where it's all relative, and if there was a graft. If it was a graph, it was like, oh, murder. Snyder's here. The graph for everybody else is half of that.
Is that fair? We're still talking about murder.
There was a guy. He's popular on YouTube, and his name is Mr. Sunday Movie, and he was making fun of the Batman murders. He was like, yeah, people say Batman don't murder, but here's the examples. Okay. But he wasn't dissing Batman. He was just talking about how it just happens in the movies.
I'm dissing.
Try to defend your boy Zach.
No.
But the problem was
I'm dissing Keaton.
Zack Snyder took it too far and was like, oh, it happens in these movies. So if he killed 10 people, I'm gonna kill 100. It's like that's not the same.
It's not the same, but we're still talking about murder. Whether you kill one person or 100, you're a murderer.
Okay, now you sound like Affleck Batman. If it's a 1% chance.
That is definitely me. I would have killed Superman day one. I ain't waiting no 2 years. Anyway.
Even though it wasn't his fault, everything happened.
I still would have killed him.
And you'd be wrong.
Yeah, I'm the bad
you wrong. You're wrong. You killed him.
I killed his ass.
Yep. See?
I don't need 2 years, motherfucker. Anyway.
You need 2 years because you had to wait 2 years. Nobody had to wait 2 years because you had to find kryptonite. Duh.
I'm aware why, but I still wouldn't wait 2 years. It ain't happening. He's dead that fucking night. That's just me.
Back to your notes.
Man, I'm tired of these notes.
No, because I'm controlling the tangents that we go on because you tripping.
You tripping. But also, while we're on the Keaton thing, in case I cut some of this out, I'm just going to insert the clip of Keaton enjoying the murders, and then there's going to be a quick jump for me.
You're going to show that one scene. You're going to see
I'll put a super cut in. At least 5 people. At least 5.
Nobody. Okay, never mind.
This is how you do Batman, though. Like I said, all that was to say, I grew up not thinking Batman was a killer, and I hated it at first.
No, you don't do Batman like this.
You can do different versions of character. I'm tired of seeing the same version every time.
You literally really didn't have the same version. Michael Keaton was different than George Clooney. George Clooney was different than Val Kilmer. I was about to say it. They all have. Christian Bale's been different. Mm-hmm. The idea that they've all been one by one by one, a one-on-one comparison. Shoot, the '90s cartoon version was the best one of showing the dual life of him being a businessman. Sure. Like he literally, like the character, the voice actor literally transformed. Where you didn't need a voice modulator. What? He didn't need. No, he literally was like, "Hey, how you doing?" Then he was like, "Harvey." He went from "Hey, how you doing?"
Kevin Conroy, legend.
And then he went to "Now look here," where it was totally different. When you watched it, you were like, "That ain't Bruce."
Yeah. No, I love it personally. I ain't done with that. I'm still on this pro.
Yeah, no, I'm saying you're on your pro. Yeah. What pro are you on?
I'm excited. Sorry, y'all. The thing is, though, I think we need different interpretations of the character. I say Elseworlds. I'm tired of if we don't do different versions, we're gonna be stuck in a time. Let me get there. Like the Batman who kills, for example. I think that's okay. You can do a Batman that kills, and then you got Pattinson who doesn't kill. I had to do my research. Pattinson is the only one technically who doesn't kill. Sorry, the only one who doesn't kill, and Clooney by technicality. Point is, I'm okay with that. I walked in thinking, no, Batman should not kill. The way they did it in this movie, it made sense to me. After 20 years of, fighting his ass off, he's jaded. Motherfucker is cold and brutal. I fucking love that. I needed that injection in the fucking Batman chronology. I needed that. Thank you. All right, go ahead. I ain't got nothing to say.
No, because if you put it in the context of him being jaded and broken, I understand it.
Oh yeah.
But the problem with that is that, like, the more it makes no sense at the end of like the Justice League and all this other stuff. It's like, I found hope. It's like, so you gonna stop killing people? And then they made it where he was like, yeah, I'm gonna stop doing. Like he kind of gave that implication that he's gonna be nicer. It's like,
yeah.
It's like,
that's what he needed.
No, but I'm saying the stuff in it didn't. There's nothing happened to make. He just decides. Just like,
allow me to retort. I would say I would disagree completely with
I know you do. That's why I didn't want to start.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I would say ironically, it took this alien to teach Bruce Wayne how to be human again. In my opinion, that's how I saw it. Like he completely lost his humanity, and then at the end, he finally sees the error of his ways. Comes back to it in Justice League as a leader. Not a fucking just...
Bruce Wayne in this movie is a piece of shit because guess what?
Oh, let's go.
I finally believe in all these metahumans and we don't need to kill. Why? Because I need y'all to kill the dude I can't kill.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what? I ain't gonna kill nobody else. Y'all can kill Darkseid and stuff. We cool. Yo, man, you know what? I learned to err in my ways because I'll tell you right now, if I was strong enough to kill all these monsters, I'll do it. But since I can't, I'll stop being as brutal because y'all can kill me too.
Oh, my God.
Yeah,
I loved it. Okay. I love this portrayal of Batman. It's what I needed. Inject that shit in my veins. All right? Meanwhile, once again, Batman and Alfred got the dynamic down locked. I love their banter. I would say Christian Bale, Michael Caine still has an advantage. They had more movies, but Jeremy Irons as Alfred, god damn, fucking killing it. What do you think?
I go back and forth on it because you want Alfred to help, but what happened was apparently, like I read comic books here and there, but I didn't read the era of comic books where they was like, oh, Alfred used to be a soldier and all this. I didn't read that.
SAS or something.
But I like Alfred helping, but sometimes I'm like, it's a little bit much. Okay. Also, I'm gonna be a smart. I'm fine with it from time to time, but sometimes it's like, shut the fuck up, Alfred. Okay. Shut up, like
you don't like him being all quippy.
Like sometimes, but it was like every single.
He did have
it was this weird kind of like I'm just gonna trash you, and it took me out because it was like, dude, like it's a little bit too much. Okay. Just if it was 50%,
okay,
and more like stares or more like looks. Almost like I think the Batman movie is okay, But I did like how they kind of Alfred was there and helping.
Yes.
But he did talk to him, but it wasn't like you dumbass, you stupid, what you idiot. You what? Yeah. This Alfred was like idiot. You know what I mean?
He was. Yeah, he's snarky.
He was a little bit less quippy when it came to like Just League and Godot when he was like, "Oh, you're doing that wrong. That T wrong."
Yes.
Or Master Aquaman. You know, he was. It was there, but it was a little bit more subdued.
Oh yeah.
It was just he was just a little bit too crude at times for me. But proceed, my friend.
I thought the Andy Serkis version.
I was fine with it.
I loved it. I thought it was really good. That was much better than Jeremy Irons, in my opinion. But I still love this one.
Yeah, like I don't hate it or nothing. It's just at times it was like, yo, like, hey, you my butler, man.
Be my butler.
You my butler, man. Like, look. Like, hey, Alfred, you know you can't whoop me, right?
Right. That's actually a great point.
We might need to throw hands, bro. Yeah. You taught me everything you know, and I know more than you.
I think Jeremy Irons, I agree with you on that. But I think Andy Serkis could probably take Battinson. I feel like he's like, all right, now you better watch if I whoop your ass now. I can see
that. I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that.
That
one. But Jeremy Irons, whatever. So Lawrence Fishburne, man, he is fucking killing in this movie. You're probably going to hate it, but he had the one-liners. Go ahead. Negativity, man. Come on, bro.
Hey, the difference between me and you is I can back up my negativity. Anyway, this is not the time to play. I would say that Lawrence Fishburne, I'll say this. I like him as Perry.
Okay.
But it was it got annoying when he kept giving everybody titles. Okay. Like assignments, but he was like, we're gonna call it this. And we're gonna call it that. Okay. And then Perry, you look back at the movie, Perry was wrong like 99% of the time. Lois, we ain't gonna do that. Yeah. Actually, this is right. Yeah, sure. Go do it. Clark, you don't know what the hell you talking about. He was wrong. It was like, dang, Perry, you right about everything? Hey, Superman's a menace. It's like, do you know?
He was right about one thing.
Yeah, about Batman, like what?
Something else.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
When Lois pulls the bullet, like, this is a bullet. You shoot people with that. He was right. Hey, you got that part. Okay. Thank you, Lawrence.
No. I liked him as Perry. Yeah. Just like I like Jeremy Irons. It's just some parts of it was a little bit too aggressively asshole. Where it wasn't there's a sternness you can have. Okay. Just like the Lois thing. Like there's a certain thing like when Lois was talking to Jimmy Olsen and she was like, I like the other guy because he didn't talk. It was like,
oh yeah.
There's a skill to being a jerk.
Okay.
And being likable. Perry was fine.
Likable.
I feel like he didn't have enough to do where he wasn't kind of just like, I'm the editor. We're gonna call it this. And you're like, okay. Next thing you see him, we're gonna call it that. Yeah. Next thing you see him, hey, I know you do political stories, Clark, but we need you to do football. Yeah. It's like what? Yeah. Like what? Like they'd be like, hey, Bob Costas, we need you to report on the Ukraine thing. You'd be like, what? He got a great voice.
I mean,
but you know, hey, Skip Bayless, we're gonna need you to talk about nuclear war. I think, Stephen A. Let me tell you now. Go to your look. Hey, you on a roll, bro?
No, I'm on a fucking roll.
Yeah. I don't know.
Call me butter. That's a terrible joke. I'm cutting that out of mine. Anyway,
everything you say will not be cut out.
I know. You don't edit shit.
I don't.
I'm gonna spend a whole week editing this video. This ain't gonna be up till mid-September.
Guess what? My video will be up by
Doomsday.
Dang, what? Okay.
Saturday.
Okay. Monday it is.
Okay.
You know, hey,
Sunday.
All these memes gonna be sweat.
Hey, have at it, man. Shit, my shit will be up after. There's a small little point where Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent and Diana Prince are all at the party that Lex is kind of hosting, and then Lex gets on stage, has a slight mental breakdown as he's giving his speech. And there's some point there where he mentions about how he mentions Zeus. Long story short, and they cut to Wonder Woman, who's Zeus's daughter. Little touches like that. It didn't need a lot. You didn't even need to spell it out. You just cut to her reaction. She's kind of annoyed. I thought that was a nice little touch. There's a lot of moments like that where I was like, man, Snyder really needed someone else to do this. Someone to rein him in. But little shit like that, little hints, a germ of something good, I thought it was in there.
So you're talking about the party with Lex? Yeah. That's a pro.
Yeah, I would say.
Because there was little stuff. Yeah, okay.
Little subtle things where it's like, like I said, Lex is talking about Wonder Woman's dad. She doesn't like it, so she has a little bit of a face she makes. You know what I mean? Little things like that. Cut twos, I like it.
Let's keep it real. She don't like Lex anyway.
She don't.
She like this piece of mother.
I mean, she saw all the other portrayals of Lex and said, "What? You are horrible." That's it. I thought it was
nice. That's it.
No, that's not it. No, I'm saying that's a nice. There's little things like that in the movie where they don't spell it out for you. They'll just cut to, and like if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. They just move on.
Okay, pro. They made the at least Batman versus Batman and Superman. Like they made them look like superheroes, as in some. Like I told you, my issue with the Blue Beetle thing, the kid didn't have a superhero look, like the physique.
Okay.
And you want to look at it. You want to look at superheroes like, what is it? Like, and the bodybuilding physique of Superman was ridiculous because you knew Henry Cavill was actually that ripped. And Ben Affleck was ripped too.
Yeah,
it was in a different way. It was like they purposely made him look older, ripped, and he was just the whole time he was all broad and stuff. He was just walking around like
shoulders and chest.
And it's interesting. Like I said, my problem. I remember I said in the past to people I was like, man, we got a powerlifting Batman. This dude look like a goon. This dude look like a wrestler. Like, is that Brock Lesnar? Remember I said that? Yeah. And
you mentioned in the Flash review how you like the slimmed down version.
I like him. I like him to be muscular, but more athletic looking.
Okay, that's fair.
Another pro. I'll say this. I didn't like this movie, but trying to make it more real world is a pro.
Okay.
The action scenes make it takes you out of it per se.
Sure.
But when it comes to people talking and everything, it was, even though it's shot dark and it's shot dark and grim.
That's Snyder's style.
But it did have a distinct world feel.
Okay.
So I'll give it that.
Bravo. Take your time.
It's at the time, the mystery of Wonder Woman 100% worked at the time.
Okay.
Because you're
just
like
in this movie.
You're like, who is this?
Yeah.
Like, what's? But
I got something for her.
But when they add the dialogue, you're like, this ain't making no sense. But continue with your notes.
While we're on Gal Gadot, I thought her introduction is one of them smooth as fuck, in my opinion.
Yeah, at the time I liked it. At the time I liked it a lot.
I still like it, even though Wonder Woman 84 happened. I don't want to get into that one, but I thought she was smooth as fuck. Like I don't think she has a lot of charisma, like for example, Fast and the Furious. But as Diana,
she was a young actor though then too.
Exactly. Yeah. She grew into her own, but like she fucking just cleaned it up in this movie. I don't have much more to elaborate on, but clean.
She has the presence of Wonder Woman, but my issue with the character is the fact that she rich.
Okay.
It was just like we didn't need it. Like I wanted her to be a little like a little bit more. Nah, but she driving. I'll make a joke like she driving a Maserati. She in the latest fashions and everything. It was just like
the dresses. Oh man,
it was just like
wasn't for you.
It was just like I don't need Wonder Woman always worked for me as a warrior, and she could fit in
humble living.
Yeah, she could fit in with regular people.
Gotcha.
Even if you looked at the Linda Carter thing, like when she was Wonder Woman, it was like dang. But when she was, I think she had an alternate. Did she have a different?
She did. Yeah.
But it was
different.
Big glass. Hey, how you doing? This one was just like, look, I'm hot. Look, I'm a Victoria's Secret model. What's up? She stands out.
She definitely does.
But but the thing is, Wonder Woman's supposed to stand out. Diana Prince ain't supposed to be like, yo, who that over there? Dang, that girl fine. She Clark
Kent situation.
Where it drove me nuts. It drove me nuts how she's good at the computer. Oh, I decrypted your stuff and
Except for when she's scrolling.
No. But she grabbed Bruce's thing. It was just like, nah, she can't. So she's rich and she decrypts computer stuff. It's like,
I mean, she's a tech god and she's also just a demigod. So yeah, there's that.
That's what they did. That's what they did.
They did. Yeah. Yeah. No, like I said, I overall love Wonder Woman in this movie, except for Wonder Woman 84. I'm gonna do a separate video on that one day. Can't wait. Fucking hate that movie. Martha Kent.
I might have to join. Look.
Overdoing a Wonder Woman 84 hate train.
If you would like to do Wonder Woman 84 over your place, I will be there. Okay. So let me know when you want to.
Okay.
And I will 100% will be there.
I have a copy of that movie. I can't believe it.
You just like look.
I bought it blind.
No. Look, I got a buddy. He buys. He doesn't matter. Shout out to Sigmund. He does not. He tells me he buys damn near every single superhero thing. Okay. And I get it because I think he's like 13, 14 years older than me.
Okay.
Like mid 50, and I heard Kevin Smith say this too. He's like, the reason why I don't go in on superhero movies because I grew up where there was none. You get it? Okay, it's that kind of like
I'll take what I can get.
Yeah, kind of like, hey, it's here.
Demanding.
Yeah, and I'm like, like it's here, but you ain't gonna see me. I accidentally had a copy of Catwoman. You know the reason I had it because I think my aunt was getting rid of a whole bunch of DVDs, and I was like, okay, I'll grab it. And then I'm glad I think I got rid of it, but I'm not going out of my way to purchase stuff.
Sure.
So I don't even know why am I bringing this up?
For me,
what Woman Hate Train?
There we go.
Let me know when you want to do that.
Yes.
We will do that.
Man. That's bad. We'll do a Wonder Woman 84 video. I bought that movie blindly before I even saw it. I wanted to see it.
Oh, you bought it and watched it?
I bought a copy. It was at the checkout scene at like Target.
Okay, yeah, you got to do what you got.
I was like, $20, let's go. I wanted to see this. Damn, I regret that. I should have got my money back. The movie is fucking flawed, but I got to have a field day with that. Anyway, Martha Kent. I did start this tangent. Martha Kent, I like how she's kind of neutral. She has a very specific quote where she says, be their hero or don't be. This isn't verbatim, but she basically said it's Clark's choice. Be the hero you want to be or don't. I like how she's not like, no, save us. We're precious humans. No, she's like, look, we fucked up.
I will say this. I hated that quote for one reason. You did the most extreme, different versions of that take. It was like, here's the joke. Look, be anything to them. Be their, I'm over exaggerating, but be their God or don't be nothing. Don't even help anyone. You're like, yo, those are be their God or F humanity. Oh, well, that was too extreme. Like, if you're really trying to help someone, that is so dramatic extremes that could mess somebody up psychologically.
Sure.
Should I be a god or should I just disappear for the rest of the
tyrant or a god? I don't know.
Tyrant, god, or nothing.
Yeah.
And that was horrible because the essence of the Clark family was you're our son. You are a man. You are Superman. You're not super God. You're not super entity. The whole point is man at the end, which shows humanity. See, my brother. So the idea of them taking it to the next level, it didn't work for me because it didn't make any sense in the context of the character. Because Superman is always striving to be a man,
except for
a good man.
Apparently, Henry Cavill version. Elseworlds, man. Elseworlds. Man, you comic book purist, man.
I'm not a comic book purist.
Stuck in a time loop, man.
No,
this ain't your dad's Superman.
You mean look, you went too far because my dad didn't watch comic books like this.
Terrible expression.
Yeah, you're right. You gotta say it ain't mine.
Yeah.
This ain't yours no more. It's
I've watched this with my dad, and he tried to sell me on this back in the day. It just
Will you leave it alone? Look, leave it alone. We talking
leave
about
the legacy.
Guess what? Yeah. Because the legacy is gone now. They took it away. They was like, get this shit out of here. Guess what? No, it's around. No, it is around in the history of movies. But guess what? James Gunn, let's go.
Okay.
I feel like James Gunn gonna do. I'm gonna tell you the truth. James Gunn is about to do a Tim Burton version of Superman.
Okay.
As in,
which is crazy because I found out he hates the Tim Burton version of Superman. Batman.
Tim Burton's Batman was so wildly different, but it was compelling because the acting was so good. You were just like, I'm down. Like, first people hated Michael Keaton and all that stuff. When you watched
they saw the movie,
you're like, this is so bizarre and different. Okay, we in. I feel like people don't realize it. James Gunn is going to do like a Tim Burton version of Superman. And that's weird to say out loud because if somebody said Tim Burton Batman, it don't make any sense. But when you execute it right,
I'd say
it'll work.
Nail it, yeah.
Hopefully it works right. But back to the notes.
Fucking notes. The pros.
We still on pros?
Yeah, we're still on pros. Doomsday. Once again, not a comic book fan. I just know Doomsday is one of Superman's biggest villains. Obviously, Darkseid tops Doomsday.
Well, Doomsday... Okay, that's what it is. In comic book people terms, because I'm not a guru. Like I said, comic book people make fun of me.
Sure,
but
I make fun of you anyway.
He's iconic because nobody ever seen like
who killed
the death.
Yeah, I was about to say.
So
he beat Superman.
It is iconic because of that. Yeah. But the problem is they kept on bringing them back in the comic books over and over again.
Okay.
So really, it's always still Lex Luthor and Darkseid.
Okay. Yes.
It's always that. Doomsday is significant for the era and event of which it happened.
Yes.
Which it was shocking. But and when you see him like, but yeah. So he's iconic for what he did.
What he did, yes.
But I wasn't I'm keeping simple. I wasn't a fan of this Doomsday because he looked like a lizard. Well, my thing is the thing that made it cool in the comics. Okay, let's say Superman 6'3", Doomsday 7 foot.
Okay, sure.
Just like Darkseid. Let's say Darkseid is 6'9" and Superman's 6'3" or whatever.
Sure.
My problem is they even did this in one of the Justice League cartoons where they made Darkseid the size of my apartment building. It don't work. When you make somebody Godzilla size Superman and he's talking like a normal human being, that don't even that works with like Galactus and Fantastic Four.
Okay.
But when it comes to when you're used to Darkseid being like the size of Shaq maybe, and then you make him the size of the Eiffel Tower, you're like, what? So it threw me off. And because when they're fighting, it don't look right. Okay. It don't look right. Like the closest thing they got was like Thanos. Thanos looked like he was fighting the Avengers, but Thanos was not 85 feet tall. He wasn't.
No, he wasn't. Sure.
The scale of it, the visual scale of it worked when you saw them fighting. When you saw them fighting, you weren't thinking like, that don't look right. When you see him fighting, you're like, okay, he's fighting this Godzilla. He's fighting this Godzilla. And it's just
Orc from Lord of the Rings. That's a very popular thing. It looks just like an orc. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah,
my nerd is showing.
No, that too.
Yeah.
And it just for it to be compelling. Yeah, I get it. Darkseid's a mindless Darkseid. Not Darkseid.
Doomsday.
Doomsday is a mindless monster. I'm a kill. Yeah, but just scale them down. Okay. I don't like a building size Doomsday. The concept, like I said, the concepts are there, but the execution wasn't for me. But
I would say, as someone who has no history with Doomsday, I don't care. I don't give a shit anyway. Even if I did, I don't care. Do different versions of him. But I like the fact that he was just a brute. He was just
he always was the no.
I like that.
99% of the time. Yeah. Well, no, they keep on changing it, but they had him talking. It was weird. Yeah. But no, but if you do the Death of Superman, the only thing he said, like let's pretend he was like 7 foot, and he couldn't talk. And he was beating up heroes. He beat up the Justice League. Part of the Justice League, he killed some of the Justice. He might have killed some of the Justice League members, like lesser known, before Superman showed up. And then
Mr. Terrific or someone.
He almost killed. He like put Blue Beetle in the eye. Blue Beetle, Booster. Anyway, you don't know these guys.
Firestorm. I know Booster. Hey man.
He killed a bunch of. He almost killed a bunch of characters. And then something happened where he landed in a city. And they showed pictures of Superman. He was doing an interview live, and they showed Superman talking, and he looked, and they said Superman from Metropolis, he's the strongest, and then all of a sudden he was like, Superman. He did this grunt like Superman. Yeah. And something about when he saw him, he's like, I have to kill this person. Damn. But he grunted like it was like a monster.
You felt it, like you said.
Yeah. He wasn't like, that is Superman. I ain't gonna. No, it was like
this one just growled.
Yeah. So.
For me, though, it didn't mean much. I'm okay with him just being a mindless brute.
That's fine. I just didn't like the. I just like the design. The design.
Not saying
he was like a turtle without a shell.
Yeah. I'm saying not saying you, but
the design of it in the comics and the cartoon is better than what we get in the movie. I don't know if you've ever seen the design. It looks better.
I would say
it look for that medium. It looks better because they always say you cannot one for one transition stuff from a comic or cartoon to real life because you have to change the tones and the colors and everything.
This movie is a great example of how hard it is to translate. Now I would say though, it's fine. We just needed someone to bring the team together. Yeah, it should have just been called Dawn of Justice though. You really fucked up when you call it Batman versus Superman and the fight's only 10 minutes. I gotta say, it's still a pro. I'm still going on the good shit here. I realize, but it's fine. We bring the team together. Fine. I don't have any history with Doomsday.
I thought she was with you. Really? If you thought Batman, look.
Yeah, that make no sense.
Look at Batman.
Go ahead.
You hated Superman. You hated Superman. No, you hated Superman at the time. That means you hate anybody that is associated with Superman as the op.
Mm-hmm.
Is the person that you hate. So the idea of you being cool with Wonder Woman flirting with her didn't make any sense. You be trying to kill Wonder Woman too. That line didn't make any sense. That's all I gotta say. It ain't gonna be 5 minutes long.
Sense. He's literally the one who emailed her, so she's with him.
Right.
She's with you,
so with Superman, I'm gonna email you. Like
you clearly know because you sent her the email, Batman. But that's stupid as hell. It's good for the trailer. I'm okay with that. I thought it was a good moment in the trailer. Whatever. The trailer is a whole other thing we'll need to get into. The score. I love the score. Hans Zimmer and Junkie XL kind of did a collaboration. Normally, Hans Zimmer he usually does top-notch shit in my opinion. But this one really stands out. Especially the end. Like when we see the dirt rise and it cuts to the credits. Like that score that's playing, that Man of Steel. Man.
Every time
brutal,
the score got real heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Every time the score got real heavy, all I kept on doing was I was like, "Yo, this is heavy, but the dialogue gonna ruin it." I'm like, "Yo, I'm still mad when they killed Jimmy." I was only mad because of this.
Okay.
Snyder was like, "Oh, I'll make it significant because it's a major comic book character," but he forgot somebody like you did. Like you read cartoons, but what I'm saying in the movie, they didn't establish a big enough connection for you to care that Jimmy died, and you disassociate yourself with it because you're like, "Oh, you're a government agent. Who cares? Like government agents die every day.
And
he's dead." It's like
Superman's friend. In this movie,
it's not none of that. So the idea, so it loses its significance. Sure. Because you made him a government spy that almost got Lois killed. So you're looking at him like, F him, he almost got Lois killed. You ain't thinking at him like, oh no, what happened to Jimmy?
I'm okay to see him go. Even if they were friends, someone's got to die. But I want to be consistent when I say I'm okay with that portrayal of Jimmy Olsen because it's not the one from the Christopher Reeve one. I want different versions. I'm okay with it. I don't want to be a hypocrite. I don't give a fuck about Jimmy Olsen, though, if I'm being honest. Get rid of him. That's fine. I'm sorry. I don't care. Even if I had attachment. Kill him.
No. I'm fine.
Yeah,
look. But that's the thing. Like he was trying to talk like, I knew it was gonna be significant. It's not significant to the average person. They don't know who he is.
Yeah, I didn't know that Snyder was trying to hype it. Like,
it was
I put Jimmy Olsen.
And I had to make it serious.
Yeah,
like this is a serious movie. It's like nobody knows like except hardcore.
Right.
And you didn't even set it up anyway. That'd be like you showed Perry for like 5 minutes and then Perry died of a heart attack. It'd be like, people be like, that's Perry. But for the most part, you're like, if you didn't establish that character being significant to the.
Sure.
Like you see, not one damn person gave. Lois was mad she was put in the situation, but nobody cared about Jimmy dying. Mm-hmm. Not nobody cared.
It was an afterthought. I'm
still mad how he died. They just took apart the thing. It's like, hey, here's this gigantic track. Yeah. Here's this gigantic. How can we miss this tracker?
That's blinking light.
That's blinking and everything.
You can hear it too. And also, you can hear it. Yeah. Like, come on, CIA. What the fuck? I would say while we're on that, like portrayal, like Jimmy Olsen is not the usual version. Kind of like he kind of got put in the backside like Jim Gordon did in the old Michael Keaton through Clooney movie.
Yeah. Jim Gordon show would be like, hey, Batman, what happened?
Yeah.
We got this happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's it. It's like,
hey, we need men over here, need men over there.
Yeah.
And he would bounce.
I see your point. That's what I attributed to that. Like,
but the difference is, it was like, it was like,
been anyone.
I would say that Gordon didn't help her. Like, he didn't hurt it.
Okay.
It was more like, he didn't hurt it. He didn't hurt it when he was an eyesore.
There's only one part. It's just with the poison ivy scene.
Oh yeah, that was horrible. Yeah.
It's hard to let that go. I'm doing a commentary on that one day. Sorry. That's commentary worthy. I've been wanting to do that for years. Shout out to you for doing Rebel Without a Cause. Check that out.
Did you watch it yet?
I watched it. I didn't finish it. I should clarify. I started.
How far did you get into it?
And I stopped like 15 minutes. I was like, I need to watch this movie.
You need to watch it. Because you're sitting there like, this is so crazy.
Yeah.
It is a weird movie.
That's why I stopped.
It is a weird, because when you hear about James Dean and everything, you think of this symbol and everything. When you watch it, you're like, this is awkward.
Yeah. I heard some of your doubts.
Yeah,
like,
it's supposed to be awkward on purpose, but it's mouth.
Sure
I was
on
just
purpose. Like, you sure?
No.
Dated. You
know? No. I'm talking about as in his character is supposed to be awkward. It's supposed to be angsty. It's supposed to be this, and it's shocking that he's so emotional. It's shocking that so many people connected to it. Okay. So I was like, this motherfucker crazy. In the movie, I'm like, y'all thought this. Women are like, and it's like, faint. What? Because it's different. Because normally, like in like, let's say the bad boy's like, look here, I'm smooth. No, he wasn't smooth enough in it. But back, we gotta keep notes. I want to get through everything you gotta say before I say something. I'm saying a lot.
Last note is just the ending shot. Dirt, the funeral scene, the dirt. And just when it rises, I felt that it wasn't gratuitous. Even though there is a slight con for me, they could not really commit to the death of Superman. They literally show you like, there's hope, which is fine.
Okay, it's not fine. This whole universe is about death and the loss of heroes. Also, can I tell you what don't make no damn sense? Let me ask you.
I got a con for this too.
Okay, you remember Justice League, right? Mm-hmm. What happened at the end of the Justice League? At the end, I'll go ahead and tell you. It's so long. Okay, they came together. Isn't it great that Clark got his job back and everything?
He's back from the dead. Yeah, resurrected.
Okay, why is that a problem?
Why?
They showed an open casket of him dead. Yeah. So how do you just be like, yeah, glad you back? No, Perry and everybody was at your funeral. Yeah. They had an open casket, and they literally showed his hands and stuff. He was dead.
Yeah,
it was like
no, that's straight up.
That makes no sense.
That's Justice League. We ain't into that though, man.
Yeah, but yeah.
Right. My point is also my con with the dirt though. There's a slight con is that because it's supposed to lead into Justice League, and then you start Justice League, and they're like. They don't even acknowledge the dirt. He's just dead. Yeah. Until they resurrect. It's not like he's on his way up.
That made no sense. Even when they did the Snyder cut, they never explained it.
They don't.
Because at first she was like, well, maybe that's because they came to dig him up. But the thing is, they didn't dig him up. They didn't bury him enough to dig him. Yeah. I love how the two guys that bury people.
Oh yeah.
When she walked away. Just like, hey, I know this 100% as a person that's done various jobs. I'm a man of many jobs. When she finally walked away, I know they was happy so they could bury him. They was like, thank you, Lois Lane, so we can finally get this done so we can go home.
Yes. Coming from experience, at my dad's funeral, we kept talking and taking pictures. The grave diggers were like, all right, look, we got another service coming. We got to get going. So, yeah.
They said that to y'all?
Yeah. They weren't rude about it, but they were like, oh, we're over. We're way over.
Because they had
to get set up for nothing. Like, okay, I get it.
I mean, it sucks, but it makes sense.
It makes sense
because it is a business.
I'm fully on their side. They were right. Like, it's been an hour.
But I don't know that thing with Lois. It looked like that was the last one of the day. It was just like,
they're like, God damn, about time. But yeah, like I said, taking out Justice League and the implications that was gonna lead into, which never followed up on. Taking it as it is, I love that ending shot. That's it. Just for this movie.
Oh, yeah, no. It was jaw-dropping. Yeah. Like, what?
I loved it. Even though I love when they commit to death.
When they did, in the comics, they did a thing where it was like the return of Superman. Mm-hmm. And what happened was the Fortress of Solitude, the robots in there.
Okay.
They took like the body or it's very convoluted. It's confusing. There was like two different. It was like two different Supermans. It was like one that they tried to clone. They cloned him. And then there was one guy with all the powers, but he was killing people.
Really? Okay. Yes. I didn't know
he was called the Eradicator.
I was gonna say, is this the Atomic Man from the 4th Superman movie? But
no. But he was pure energy.
Got you.
And what happened was Superman rose from the grave. What happened? His cells were depleted, and it just recharged over time.
Yeah.
So he got out, but he was normal. He had no powers.
Damn.
He was using like a mech suit to fight.
Really?
And what happened? Yeah, the villains were fighting these villains and stuff. Yeah. And I think his name was Eradicator. He looked like Superman, but he would kill. He had shades on. He was sensitive to the sun. People were like, "That's not like." Lois was like, "That's not Superman," because he don't recognize me. He didn't recognize me. He didn't acknowledge. Wow. He didn't acknowledge Lois like that. But what happened was in the comics, somebody was trying to kill Superman. He jumped in the way, and it doesn't. The Return of Superman's. It doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
Basically, he sacrificed himself, and he was pure energy, but he looked like a human being. So when some villain tried to gas him or something, basically the beam of energy hit him, and then it hit Superman. Okay. So he's made out of pure energy in the sun. Okay. It recharged normal Superman, and he became regular Superman.
Got it. That's convoluted.
Yeah, no, it was cool to see, but when you look back years later, you're like, no, that was dumb.
Yeah.
Like he got hit with kryptonite, his energy exploded and it hit Superman.
Oh shit.
Which is dumb.
Okay, got you.
It was like gas or something. I don't know if it was green. I don't remember. But no, it was cool to see Superman back.
Yeah.
But everybody thought it was going to be Black Superman. Black Superman was normal.
Okay.
He had no powers.
I didn't know that.
And they didn't do none of that. They didn't do none of that. He just came back in Justice League like.
Maybe originally it was planned because I mean you don't. Why do we know? I mean like
no, because like we said. To this day, To this day, Zack Snyder's never said I was gonna have a no power suit. He never said it. So
he did say he was gonna do that storyline though, like the black suit. He's gonna do the hair. Not the blood,
they did. He did the suit. No, they did a black suit, but I'm saying they didn't do. They did it in name Hollywood.
Yeah, they did.
Is there
the faintest?
Is there any other?
I got good shit, but that's my notes.
Okay,
I gotta piggyback off of you at one
Go ahead.
point.
Go ahead. I want you to get it all out because I ain't doing this again. Yes. I ain't doing this again.
Yes. So you love in this very video, you called me out and I didn't have my facts ready and all that.
Oh, you had a chance to think?
No. Separate subject from a previous video.
Why were we bringing up?
Because you called me out on this in at least 2 videos that we've done together. Nudity in movies.
What do you got to do with here?
Army of the Dead. I missed my transition scene earlier. Army of the Dead has nudity just in the credits, first of all.
Okay, look, we're not doing this here. Yeah. This is all about Batman versus Superman.
Nudity, because there's nudity in this movie. You see that bat ass. You see some of that Lois Lane.
You didn't see none of that. She kept it where you didn't even see cleavage.
I'm okay with that. It's fine.
Stop.
You get a little bit of badass.
That is 2016. The argument was the last couple years.
That's fair.
There's a movie called Babylon that apparently is about the Hollywood underworld. It got a lot of graphic stuff in it.
That's on the list here.
That is definitely one. I had to say it. No,
it's written down here.
No, because the argument originally was the last few years, and he was like, well, in 2017, and it was like 2023 when we
That's fine.
But anyway,
I come prepared.
But then like I try to tell you. Babylon was a movie that wasn't a popular movie. I was saying in popular movies.
Okay.
Like I said the difference was this. In the 80s and 90s, like 70s, nudity was in popular big movies. I said that it shrunk it down where it's more in avant-garde artsy movies. They don't, even though it's just like Christopher Nolan had it in his movie.
Only one.
But but they had it in the movie, which is rare. Because it was a blockbuster. It was surprising. It was surprising because you ain't seen it in Fast and Furious. You're not seeing it in Mission Impossible.
Okay.
You're not seeing it in Barbie was. You ain't seen it in Barbie. You're not seeing
the footage on this one.
Huh?
I'm gonna rewind the footage because now, if that's the case, if you're talking about blockbusters and that,
no, because I totally understand if it's in movies that like be, but that's my thing in blockbuster movies back in the day. It was everywhere.
Sure,
but as time is, you was like we don't. You said
we don't need it.
No, but you was like we see it all the time. That's what the argument came. I was like no, because now they put it in smaller films. Christopher Nolan brought it back in his thing, but typically in smaller films, you'll get away with it. Like, because Babylon wasn't a big film.
It wasn't just because it was a bomb.
Notoriety.
It's because it was a bomb. That's
notoriety, yes.
Is that why it's not big? Because it didn't make money?
I'm going to title this whole chapter, we talk about everything but Batman and Superman.
I'm okay with that, because we got to do nudity in movies. I'm just going to list them off real quick.
Why are you bringing this up in a Batman video?
Because, man, you called me out 2 videos. So I gotta do it, baby. Don't worry. Oppenheimer, Love and Thunder, Army of the Dead, Barbarian,
okay,
No Hard Feelings.
let's rewind. First of all, when we were talking in previous videos, I acknowledged Love and Thunder. I said my problem was... I was making fun of the fact that we were showing male butt, but we're not showing. We barely try to show cleavage, and then the fake it time. The fake thing. No. Look, the fake sexism thing about Hollywood. But when you watch Black Widow, they showed 155 ass shots, and it was like, it was by a female director. That made me laugh. It was like, I'm tired of everybody trying to show off my shape. It was like, but they just showed it off. But look, that's fair. Look. Is there anything else?
No, I'm still on nudity.
We are not doing this in this video.
I got 3 more movies.
Go ahead, sir.
Blonde, the entire fucking movie.
What year was that?
2022. It came Anna de Armas.
Wait. Before you say what it is. First of all, it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Not a movie.
No, that's not.
I said a movie in the theater.
Not fair.
That is true. No, that's true. I said movie. I said movie in the theaters.
Okay. The Flash, Joyride,
once again,
Asteroid City.
I said yes. Now we're showing a lot, more male nudity, but they retracted the women nudity. You're okay. Yeah, that's what I said. Like you love to do the equal thing, and I just pointed out that it is.
That's fair. I got women.
And guess what? And I made that joke about the Oppenheimer thing. I was like, they showed off her boobs, and they showed off his chest.
Yeah.
Which is right. Which is technically point to point.
Yes,
but
I agree.
In one of the videos, you was like, but they didn't show. I'm like, dude, they didn't show it in Oppenheimer. They didn't show Land Down Under.
Joyride, you see a vagina.
Can we stop this? This
sorry.
is about that. I have to stop. Look, as the host, we can make a whole other video about this. Where you could tell me to watch those videos. We can have a conversation about that. How dare you put smut in this video for Batman vs Superman?
This movie is smut, okay? There's a lot of shit all over.
No, I'm still mad about that bathtub scene because I'm like, look, if I had a chance to be with the love of my life, let me picture her.
I got a joke for this too.
I got her in my mind. I would never jump in a bathtub with her and spill water everywhere because I'm not trying to clean that shit up.
Okay.
Also, they lived in an apartment. You know that shit leaked in the bottom.
Yep. Fuck your neighbors.
Yeah.
But
I hated that scene. Like, I'm sorry. If my girl butt naked in a shower or in a bathtub, I'm taking my clothes off and jumping in. There ain't nothing sexy about wet clothes.
I agree.
I was so mad about it. To this day,
I'm grossed
I watched
out.
that video. I was mad. I was like, look, Superman.
Yeah.
Look, Superman, as fast as you can get undressed.
Thank you.
Fast you got your wallet on you. You got your phone on you. You got all that stuff on you. Just jump in the bathtub. Stop.
Your dirty shoes. Just
Thank you.
Enough. Like, you're going to give her an infection, bro. She is ass naked. Come on now. Yeah, that was a big...
You know what killed me about that? You know what killed me about the bathtub scene?
What?
Okay, there was no bubbles or nothing in it, right?
A little bit. Just to
no,
cover.
No. She covered herself up.
At one point,
no, I'm saying that the water itself. Hold on. The water itself.
Yeah.
No bubbles or nothing, right?
Okay. Ish. I'm not agreeing on the no bubbles.
Oh, I literally just watched it. Look. This ain't for observation. No. This is not observation. This is not up for discussion. This is not up for discussion. Thank you. You know why? Because if the water ain't clear, the water ain't clear. Mm-hmm. All I kept on thinking was, that water dirty now? She was sitting in the bathtub an hour and a half and shit, and the water all dirty. And I kept on looking at the water like, that ain't clear no more.
Okay.
That water dirty.
It's dirty.
That water dirty.
I mean, she's bathing in well, in a tub, you're kind of human souping it up anyway. But come on, take your shoes off, bro.
The only time I'm fine with human souping it up is jacuzzi.
Okay, sure.
Like, I'm sorry if I just came home and I had a long day and I'm in the bathtub and my girl like, I'm gonna jump in the bathtub too. I'm like, I'm gonna drain the water.
Yeah. How long you been in there?
I'm gonna drain the water. We're gonna run fresh water, baby. We gonna run fresh water. I ain't gonna do it like that, girl. Nah.
Touche. I'm with you on that. Yeah. Respect your partner. Like, just come correct. That's it. What else? What do you got, man?
I got a scar that won't. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, he's over here light. He's struggling to light his stogie. Damn, it's a long video. Holy
it's your fault.
Shit.
You went on a tangent about damn nudity.
That was 2 minutes. Hey, man, I just had to bring it up. And there's several shows I ain't going to get into. I watched several shows with nudity, especially 2022 and 23. No, we ain't getting into it. Yeah, man. What else you got? I want to piggyback off of you at this point.
Bottom line is, I watched the director's. It's called Ultimate Edition. Let's keep it real. It's director's cut.
Sure, exactly what it is.
I don't know why they call it like, oh, it's Ultimate. I'm like, damn. Okay, you gonna have a director's edition?
Probably because Snyder isn't. Like,
no. I'm making a joke about it. Like, this is the Ultimate. Is it director? Ultimate. I'm like, yeah, director, yeah. Right? Okay, I like the more sleuthing of reporting by Clark, investigating. I like that. Mm-hmm. I wanted more of that.
Yep.
The thing that was always missing from the movies was I wanted them more other dual personalities. Okay. We already know we got plenty of Batman, we got plenty of Superman. Sure. I wanted more of them interacting with each other. That's what the cartoons did excellent. Yeah. Especially when they first met and he was trying to charm Lois and Clark was like frowning and stuff. Okay. I love that. And we didn't have none of that. And they kind of skipped it at the end. Like, hey, look here, Bruce. I'm like, oh, like, yes, we know you can see through it. We know you can do everything. But you know what's interesting about Superman, interesting about Flash, interesting about Wonder Woman? The thing about superheroes is, unless you can read minds, you don't know everything. Okay. The Flash is the fastest man on Earth, but that don't mean you right every time. You can't just run into everything. You have to think. You have to wait for a second. Mm-hmm. Wonder Woman intelligent, but you do not know. All these characters don't know nothing until they can confirm their convictions of what they're trying to do. That's what makes it more compelling because they have to figure out if they're doing the right or wrong thing. So when people say, oh, they're so powerful, yeah, but what slows them down is they don't know everything. Strength does not equal intelligence.
Agreed.
So that is the thing that anybody who wants to be a comic book writer, a movie writer, yes, you can have the strongest man in the world, but they're not but they're not the most intelligent. And the problem was they try to make everybody super intelligent, less intelligent. Wonder Woman intelligent. Clark figured it out eventually. Yeah. Lois knew everything. Yeah. That is the thing that will make. That is the thing that will always ground a character, is them trying to figure out if they're right and wrong.
Okay. So it's a little morality to it.
Yes.
That you like. Okay.
Yes, that's the thing will always help you when building that character.
Touché.
And that's all I got to say because, you know, you did your thing.
Excuse me.
You know, next time, look. I'm telling you right now, next time you get all these other subjects there, bro, we can do we're going to do the whole little segment on that. Like,
did.
Look, you funny. You came out of nowhere and tried to hit me out of nowhere. I'm like, this ain't. And the only
ain't the time or place.
Yeah,
you did it to me in the other video. This video,
I did not.
I don't have my fucking Lex Luthor moments ready, or I was like, oh shit, sorry. That'll be another.
I have never went on. Let me tell you about what happened when we reviewed eight episodes ago. You like?
I got a good memory for this shit. I'm sorry.
Now you got for vengeance, vengeance.
Yes, I am vengeance.
Sorry. Who said that? That Batman or was that Punisher? Who said I am vengeance?
That's Kevin Conroy right there. I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman.
Well, I want to thank anybody who listened to this.
Yes, thank you.
Because you don't have to.
Yes.
Even if you listen to a minute of it, you listen to 10 minutes. I appreciate it. We appreciate it.
We appreciate you.
Because this is fun. And, next time, I'm going to tell you right now, next time we do a collaboration, it's going to be 84.
84. That's the next video?
84. Wonder Woman 84.
Oh, shit.
I'm calling you out. The next
video. Okay.
I got a whole bunch of. My next stuff is I got a whole bunch of series. My sister wanted me to watch all these 1950s things. Rebel with a Cause. I watched On the Waterfront. I am going to watch Imitation of Life.
Okay.
What are you? Logan?
Yes, Logan. As of this recording, what's today? 8/20. What's today? 27. Whatever. As of today, Saturday, the video for Logan will be posted. As soon as I get home, I'm putting it up right now.
Okay, there we go.
Logan review with the twist. I can say that.
I'm Cincinnati Man. It's Bad Habits. Anything else you want to say?
Yes.
Go ahead, sir.
September 1st, Dawn of the Dead turns 45. Not the remake, the OG one. Please check out your boy's channel. I've been working on this video for so long. I'm so super excited to get to it. It'll be up September 1st. Thank you. I love this movie.
Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn of the Dead.
By Zack Snyder, because you said it was a remake.
So let me clarify. Not this version.
I'm
uploading a video on the OG. Not
yes,
this
thank you.
Yes,
yeah.
George A. Romero's version, which I adore. It's a New Religion type movie for me.
What is the comparison? How do you feel about that one compared? I mean, that one's the OG, but
man, the OG has all this subtext to it, whereas opposed this one's more of a popcorn movie, which is fun. It's good. It's
and you said it's an anniversary, or is it?
Yeah, it turns 45 years old on September 1st. That's when they released it in Italy, not the U.S. release, but the official release date, September 1st.
But is it subtitles? Oh, you talking about you said it released in Italy. I got confused.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying that's the initial release date. So I will have the video posted on that date for the 45th anniversary. Fuck, I love that movie so much.
That's awesome.
Love that movie. You ever seen it?
Years ago. You know what's funny? Years ago.
Okay.
And I remember like James, he has little kids and stuff, and he don't have them watch nothing.
Okay.
And I'm very we talk about things. I'm very like, oh, we gotta make sure kids. And then I realized I was like, damn, I was watching everything. But the difference was I was watching it right next to parents.
Okay.
It wasn't like
unsupervised.
No. Well, that too. But I actually had, but a lot of movies, it was 50-50.
Okay.
But it was always like, cover your eyes, nudity. But I watched Lethal Weapon and all. But the difference was I had like two parents in the home, or my grandparents were there, or we just watching a movie.
Yeah.
And so you had that parental figure kind of like for half the movies there. So it wasn't like but.
That's actually funny you mentioned that, because this one I actually used to watch with my mom a lot. We used to rent it from
it's interesting. It's interesting because it's like, if I had kids, I'm like, I ain't watching that with my kids. I'm like, hey, what's the let's watch Lethal Weapon. Nah, let's watch Predator. I'm watching Predator. I'm like, we all just watching it.
Yes.
And this is like, wow.
I turned out okay. I'm great, but
you like a lot of bad movies, but it's okay.
I love bad movies. Check out The Pest with John Leguizamo. If you,
I heard of that.
It's one of the worst movies. I'm gonna watch it probably tonight. Anyway, I think that's all the plugs I got.
Okay, I'm Cincinnati Man. This is The Bad Habits, TBH, and we will see y'all eventually on our separate channels and together.
Yes. I
gotta watch Imitation of Life. You gotta do your thing. You gonna upload Logan. We will watch. I'm watching. We're gonna talk about 84.
Yep, Wonder Woman 84.
Next time we talk about 84, we'll be over TBH Studios.
Oof, man, I'm super excited for that one.
Hey, let me know. Y'all take care. Thank you very much. This is a long video.
This is ridiculous. This is almost the movie. Like, just watch this with the movie.
Which makes sense because the movie was like almost 3 hours long. Ridiculous. So if you made something that's 150, it's like, yeah, about right.
Yeah.
Y'all take care. Thank you very much.
Thanks, y'all.
Peace.